Horizon Chance, Home Suji Reaction. This is Miscellaneous Miss Kaguya. I guess another Japanese one. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Remember Momotaro? Yeah, I remember that. I guess the origin of a baby suddenly, appearing, where Superman and everybody just uses that, and then they just went to some kind of a quest, I guess, to hunt down some demons or something. There was a monkey and people involved. Yeah, something like that. Remember how he was a magic baby from nowhere? Yeah, well, Japan has another story like that. Only this baby comes with a rental period. What? This is the tale of Princess Kaguya, whose life was exemplary of live fast, depart this plane of existing young, and leave no corpse. So what, she's just gonna become some kind of spirit energy or something? She inspired Sailor Moon and was sort of the villain of one of the Inuyasha movies. And I'm told she's in Naruto too, but like at this point, who isn't? I told this story to like 7 people, and while I was working on the video, every single one of them asked me what's the point of the myth was. I don't know, okay? Yeah, see, I don't know. I think I've reacted to like 60 or so miscellaneous myths from this channel already. Very little of those I can see a clear message there, especially in the Greek ones. I mean, yes, sure, lots of them has simple message, but lots of those things are it's just stories, like creativity of some guy who just, I guess, spread the myth or something. But rarely, not rarely, but most of the times, myths don't have clear-cut messages. So it's not surprising that this doesn't have much of a, point to it. But yeah. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out other reactions I did. There's a link in the description. Check out the cars or different playlists like Sarcastic production reaction. Like I said, I've already reacted to what 60 or so miscellaneous myths and others too. I've done quite a few videos from this channel already, or history, trope talk, miscellaneous myths, legends, summarize, things like that. So check out the playlist if you missed any. It's all there. Check out the playlist too, like history with all the historical videos, and then internet historian, CGP Grey, Tier Zoo, because these are in a nutshell. Yeah, that's always fun.
You know, I talk a lot about how modern entertainment picks up a lot of its more dramatic story elements from very old sources. It can be pretty fun to look at some of our modern media and realize they're thinly veiled retellings of really old stuff. Now, the interesting thing about anime, in contrast to Western media, is that Western stuff tends to draw inspiration from old texts, while anime will often...
Yeah, but finding original writing is really hard, right? I mean, obviously they take really old stuff and, put some creativity on it and creates new stories and new things. Even though, if you tackle certain tropes, I mean, it's not easy to create your own original story that doesn't resemble any other story that's been told before. So, taking stuff from the old story kind of feels, more easier thing to do, and then, modify it a bit. So, yeah.
Just rip stuff wholesale and repackage it in a shiny modern skin with romance and explosions. Anyone who watched Naruto will be the first to notice how often big names from Japanese mythology will get thrown around, but it's far from the only show to do so. Also, it's hardly myth accurate in most cases. Looking at you, Orochimaru. If you don't have a legendary sword in your butt, don't even talk to me. In fact, the main character in this myth has shown up in quite a few places in one form or another. This is the tale of Princess Kaguya. Now, there was a movie made of this quite recently, but the gist of the myth is rather simpler than what was in there. So much like Momotaro, Princess Kaguya starts her life as a magic baby appearing out of a local piece of plant life. In this case, a bamboo stalk, cut by an old childless bamboo cutter called Taketori no Okina.
Bamboo take get old. That's his name? Get bamboo, old man. That's rough, man. Talking about, aspiring to great things. Yeah, that's my life. Don't you have any dreams? No, because my name is Cat Bamboo, old man. This is what I'm going to do until the day I die. I'm a bamboo cutter.
He takes the baby home to his wife, and together they raise her as their own. Now, this would be difficult on a bamboo cutter's salary, but from that point forward, whenever Taketori no Okina cut a stalk of bamboo, he'd find a gold nugget inside. Rather than question this, he took the opportunity...
Darling, the bamboo's gone crazy. How do you keep finding all this stuff? Look at that, sees that.
Opportunity to get filthy rich and provide for his beautiful daughter and also his wife. Now, obviously, Kaguya grew up to be gorgeous because this is a legend and nobody ever peaks in high school, so soon enough she finds herself beset by suitors. 5 of them actually high enough in status to be somewhere in her league. However, Kaguya don't want to be tied down, so she gives the 5 princes impossible tasks.
So let me get this straight. She was found in a bamboo one day. And then after that, every time the old man cut bamboo, he just found gold. So he became a king or something of a certain area. and she became a princess. Is that why she's Princess Kaguya?
First one she sends to get the Buddha's stone begging bowl. The second is sent to get a jeweled tree from Horai Island, which notably doesn't exist and is supposed to be full of ghosts. The third she sends to get the robe of the fire rat. The fourth is sent to get a jewel from the neck of a dragon, and the fifth she sends to get a cowrie shell born from swallows, whatever that means. So Princes 1 through 3 come back with expensive forgeries, number 4 nopes out of there when he runs into a storm, and 5 manages to get himself killed in the attempt, so Kaguya is mercifully free to continue living la vida soltera. Soon enough, the Emperor himself catches wind of Kaguya's hotness and falls in love with her, but Kaguya rejects him, saying she's not from his country and therefore shouldn't marry him. They stay friends though. But if you were confused by that not a citizen thing, the truth comes out the following summer. You see, Kaguya is actually from the moon. Wow, swerve. So Kaguya sadly tells her parents that
How did she from the moon get into the bamboo? What, the sun's, light from the sun hit the moon, and the light from the moon carried Kaguya's spirit into the bamboo? Is that it?
that her time on Earth is coming to an end and she has to return to the moon, like, soon. Her bestie, the Emperor, doesn't want to see her go, so he stations guards around her home in an effort to keep her safe. But the moon don't play by the Emperor's rules, so in her
Keep her safe or keep her imprisoned? Safe from what? Nobody's trying to attack her.
entourage comes down to take her away, they temporarily blind all the guards to keep him from interfering. Kaguya writes a goodbye letter to the Emperor and attaches a gift in the form of the elixir of life. Pretty sweet. Then she puts on a magic cloak made of feathers which makes her forget all of her love for humanity, and then she goes back to the moon. So the Emperor is heartbroken and refuses the elixir, reasoning that an eternal life is worth nothing if Kaguya is not in it. He has the elixir burned on the peak of the highest mountain in the area, giving the mountain its name, Fuji, for immortality. So that's the story of how
Whoa, what?
elixir burned
What's
on the peak
Fuji
of the
mean?
highest mountain in the area, giving the mountain its name, Fuji.
Negation, death. Oh, Mount Fuji,
For
alright.
immortality. So that's the story of how a magic baby fell out of a bamboo stalk, got at least one nobleman killed, and inspired Sailor Moon. The end. Fly me to the
Alright, so I understand why she wrote that. Like, what's the point of this myth? Because seriously, okay, so she was from the moon, some princess from the moon. Apparently, she wound up in a bamboo, came out, she lived her life there, full well knowing that she's from the moon, apparently, because she told the emperor or whatever that I have to go back to the moon, my time has come, because she knew she's from the moon. And then when the time comes, she just wrote the letter and like, oh, look at that, I forgot everything about the earth, I'm going back to the moon. Why did she came on the earth to begin with? What was the point of all that shit? I mean, I just, there is nothing here. I can see nothing from this. What was the point of this story? I mean, like I said at the start, very few myths have some kind of a, message behind it, but at least they make sense at a certain level. What was the point of this one? Why did she came down? What was all this for? Maybe it's to help out the old guy who was suffering, so by this way, the old guy can become rich, I guess. I don't know. Could be something like that. To be fair, Sailor Moon is more like a fusion of three myths. Okay. Kaguya, the rabbit on the moon thing, and the Greek myth of Endymion. Oh yeah, Endymion. The shepherd Selene, the moon goddess, fell in love with. And the Inuyasha character with her name actually ate the real Princess Kaguya. And for some reason needed to collect the artifacts Kaguya sent the princess after in order to release herself from a mirror she was trapped in. Weird show in hindsight, yeah. There's also the Naruto character with the same name, but to be fair, that show isn't exactly myth accurate at any points. I wonder what Kaguya thinks of the Apollo missions. Yeah, okay. This has been... Yeah, being myth accurate. Look, I feel like I know more about myth just by watching this channel than most people do. Because now I'm seeing flaws in things, right? Any Greek mythology or movie comes, like, I don't know, what was that? Wrath of the Titans, that's the second movie after the Clash of the Titan, I guess. Where Zeus, Poseidon goes to, I guess, the underworld. Now, Zeus, Poseidon and Ares. Those three goes to the underworld to ask Hades help or something, but Hades turns on them or something and asks some, I guess, lava creatures to attack Zeus and Poseidon, and Ares also backstabs them, and apparently they fell down. Poseidon goes down like that. I guess Poseidon has no respect. Even though reacting to this channel, I realized that Zeus is kind of a new thing, new god. In really old time, Poseidon was the main god in the mythologies. Like Poseidon was considered the main god. There was no mention of Zeus. Zeus came very later. The mention of Zeus, can be found in later texts, not the older texts as Poseidon in the center. Poseidon being one of the main gods, one of the main of the three gods in the Greek mythology. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. And Poseidon just goes down like that, like he's nothing. Ares apparently is powerful, can backstab Zeus and Poseidon, and it can be, it's one of those scenes where, oh, look at that, betrayal, backstab, and they all go down. Yeah, but that's Zeus and Poseidon. Some stupid lava creatures can take them, Ares can take them out there. I can't watch that movie now after reacting to all these videos. Alright people, that was Miscellaneous Miss Kaguya. If you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the reaction, there's a link in the description. Check out the casual playlist, check out the end cards, and I'll see you next time.